What's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 6 of Bearded Bear Reviews. As you can see today, we've got a special guest, Mr. William Morgan, Mr. William Hurcules Morgan. So this week, guys, we've decided to get William on. He's brand new to the bearded community. He's just started, well, you've had a beard for quite a while, but you've just kind of joined in to actually using products and following pages, getting involved in the beard struggle stuff, getting involved in all the giveaways, stuff like that. So he thought it would be a good idea to get him on and talk about what it's like, what the beard community is, and what to expect as a beginner. So, yeah, tell us who you are, a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's William. I've had a beard for about 8 years probably now. I didn't know much about beard care or beard oils. I mostly grew a beard because I get a terrible shaving rash on my neck. And I couldn't be bothered dealing with that all the time. So, and I've got a baby face, so it hides it. But yeah, and I didn't really know much about beard oils. And then my friend Andy, Beard Things, sent me a sample of his vanilla killer oil, which I thought was amazing, smelled good, took away the itch in the beard, and I was like, I like this stuff. So I started kind of looking into it, and he kept me right, and I looked at other beard companies, followed the Bearded Bear reviews, obviously, to see what was there. And yeah, just started getting right into it, getting the beard oils, the balms. Yeah, love it.
Nice. What I would say, so you used my vanilla killer.
Yeah.
What else did you use since you started going?
I've used the Rusty Bear. I used the Alpha one. I mostly bought it because of the packaging.
Does it pretty cool.
I love it, man.
What are they called again? Alpha?
It's the Alpha Timberwolf. It's Rusty Bear coat.
Rusty Bear.
Yeah, and I also got a helps brush the mane, keep the curls away.
Nice. I'm gonna put up Rusty in a second. What's that scent called again?
It's the Alpha Timberwolf. It's sandalwood, bergamot, lemon, avocado, and a couple of things I can't pronounce.
Yeah, this is the company. You did this one, didn't you, Dan?
Yes, I've got the. It was the mystery box, which I got from them for the Bombay Nights.
That one.
Yes, that's the one. Incredible, really, really nice, really, really good. The bloke is a madman on the verge of being a genius. I don't quite understand where he gets his ideas from in order to create some of the products. But he's just really, really nice with his stuff. He's with regards to his packaging, he's a little bit. He goes from sort of one extreme to the next, as he said. So he's gone from the Bombay Nights mix, and then he does. I think the mystery box before that, he done Wham sweets. So yeah, he just sort of jumped from one thing to the next. There's no consistency, which is really interesting, because a lot of the time you get companies who find their base, who like earthy stuff, and they stick to the earthy scents. He just bounces from one to the next, and it's really interesting what he does.
So like his whiskey, yeah, you can see there's loads of different stuff. Icebreaker, lemon zing, lime punch. Is that all his ones? It's pretty cool. Yeah, this one smells. I can smell weed. Has it got CBD in it or something?
That might just be me.
No, I can smell. Yeah, it's nice though. And you got what? There's a brush from it.
Yeah,
as well.
the brush is quite good, man. It's quite.
So it's this one. Pretty cool, like the design. Got a wolf. These are good. What they're called boar brush, aren't they?
Yeah. It's just the packaging. I love the packaging. Well, it's obviously the first thing you see. So
yeah, it's quite cool. Hold that there. Alpha. It's quite cool actually. Timberwolf, it's called. So it's got sandalwood, bergamot, lemon, and it's made with avocado, jojoba, borage, and vitamin E oil. And it comes in 50 mils. How much are they? Do you know how much they are a unit?
Oh, I don't know.
So while you're looking on that, I better explain. We are a person down today. So we are missing Sean, and he's at a barbecue with the missus, and so obviously he couldn't be here today. Wasn't allowed to be here. No, I'm joking. So he is at a barbecue, so he couldn't make it, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter because we've got Will here, which is a lot better than Sean anyway. Let's be totally honest.
Yeah, so 12.95, pretty good for 50 mils.
Yeah,
very well priced, good stuff. Nice.
And we've got Rusty. So evening to Rusty because he's pinging through on the messages already. First one through.
There we go.
Actually,
this is Rusty review.
Yeah. Whilst we're
Cool.
talking about sort of people commenting, remember we've got a giveaway which we are doing this week, and the only way you can win is by commenting on the live feed, which we're going through now, and you will be winning the man-made balm, which will be coming up for review next week. So Sean's reviewing that next week, and like I said, to be entered into the giveaway, which will be decided today, comment on the live feed, and then I'll put you down and we will decide at the very end. Yeah. So Will, with you, how have you been finding the beard community so far? Because obviously you're still relatively quite new into the beard game. You've only just sort of been starting to look at the products. How have you been finding it? Are people arseholes or are they all right? Are you not getting involved?
No, it's amazing. Literally everyone I talk to is absolutely sound. I've not had any problems. I've been speaking to the Bald Viking recently. I got his new Yggdrasil scent. That's the one there, which is pretty good stuff, man. It smells amazing. It's a really strong, like woody smell. Absolutely love that. I also Odin's Beard, another cool guy. Spoke to him through Messenger, and I was in a competition recently for a company, Cozy Beard. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yes.
The guy Josh. It's mostly merch at the moment. I think he does, but I was speaking to Later the other day. He's a sound guy. He's talking about wanting to branch out more into the beard oils and that. He does have oils. They're atomizer bottles, but I think he's wanting to just kind of keep going and get out there. But his merch is cool, man. He does some pretty awesome combs, like beard combs. So
yeah. We see one. I think it was last week. It was like a metal beard comb, but it had a really funky design on it. It looked absolutely awesome, if I'm totally honest. The only thing I worry about with metal combs is they can.
Sorry,
I'm saying with the metal combs, they tug really, really easily, unless they're cut really, really well. I mean, you get the cheap ones from sort of eBay and sort of in the packs, and they tug really badly. However, if you've got good ones, they glide through your beard no problems, and that's my worry when you have metal combs.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you have to actually have each bristle like rounded off, because if it's square on the edges, it just tears all your hairs out. It's not good.
Yeah. The Will, obviously, Will, you've been looking around. You've had a couple of different companies. Obviously, you're on the review page with us. You're on with us today. Have you been looking at any other review pages? How are you finding us or sort of other review pages? Are they helpful?
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly yourselves, also Rusty and the Bearded Dane. I watch their stuff as well, but it's really good. It was actually, I think, I can't remember, it may have been on the podcast, but it was how I found out about Rusty Bearcoat, was through yourself. That's how I ended up with that one, and I loved that, and I was like, I'm going to get more review pages, and obviously like Rusty and Bearded Dane, things like that. Good to watch, interesting. The guys seem to know what they're talking about, and might as well take advice from these guys that have got kick-ass beards, know what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's a couple out there which we follow. It's Ginger Beast. We spoke about him last week. Ginger Beast reviews. Sort of we enjoy sort of watching snippets of him. There's Maverick Beards as well. Another one who's sort of coming through at the moment. I think he's doing mostly YouTube stuff. Yeah, Maverick Beard. He's only small, but he's doing quite a bit of YouTube stuff. There's another one as well. I'm really bad, but I completely forgot his name actually. He messaged us and is just sort of like starting up a new YouTube and new beard review page. Sort of just asking some general tips and tricks and stuff like that. Just a bit of honest advice, which obviously we'll happily talk about all day long. We've got no sort of secrets about what we do to do this all out for everyone to see. But it's just nice to get other people's opinions. I actually like Spartan Marriott Reviews. I believe it is Spartan Marriott Reviews. He does quite a few bits and pieces. I really like him. The stuff he comes out with is sort of quite interesting. He has a nice 15-20 minute YouTube video of bits and pieces. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like his stuff.
Yeah. Sort of he does bits and pieces. He loves his Barbu. I think they're an American brand, Barbu. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Well, their stuff's good. That was the stuff obviously I won in the competition. I used it. It was the first.
That's Balbo.
Ah, sorry.
That's Balbo. Yeah.
I thought that's what you said.
There's so many similar ones. Balbo, Barbo, Daddy. Yeah, millions. What's it called, Dan? The one you said?
What's that? Barbu. Barbu, BABU, I believe it is.
Right.
So Marriott, he loves them. He does a load of their stuff, which is sort of really, really nice to.
Speaking of reviewers, I've been watching a lot of Dan C. Bearded recently. All his stuff, really good videos, really good content. It's all American-based products, pretty much. But just get a bit of kind of inspiration from what he does as well. He does loads of stuff. And it's he's already done some of the videos I've been planning on doing myself. I've noticed he's already done something similar to. So I mean, actually, it's quite cool to watch his things and see how he's done it. So, but yeah, he does loads of American-based products, and when he shoots his videos, he does it all in one shot. He doesn't edit it. It's nuts. Yeah, like I'd met too many times to do that, but no, it's really, really good. So product-wise, what else you got? You got the bald Viking.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell to say it.
Yggdrasil. The tree of life. Yggdrasil.
Nice. What do you think of that one?
It's amazing. I love the smell. It's a strong wood smell, which is what I like.
Yeah.
It is good stuff. It's quite thick as well, but it does kind of soak in quite well. So yeah, I've noticed
the thick. I like this stuff. I mean, I've got the same brand, but in the Forest of Valhalla and the Berserker. That's a super thick castor oil. I think we actually end up talking about this all the time. I bloody love the castor oil. Yeah, his stuff's really good. £12 something, comes in 50 mils. He doesn't do balm yet, does he? There's no balm on there. I think he just does oils.
I think he's possibly going to do.
I think he was saying he's going to, yeah. He wants to do some merch. He's actually in the middle of redoing his website at the moment, which is slightly better, which I think will best needed. But it looks really cool what he's doing on. But what's actually in this one? It's got pettigrain, black pepper, and Cyprus.
Yeah. Say that again.
I don't know what Cyprus is. The country. So Cyprus wood.
It's got a whole country in the bottle.
It just smells of Cyprus. Beaches,
Cyprus,
seawater, you know. But yeah, I prefer his other 2 cents. I prefer Forest of Valhalla. It's by far my favourite one he does. That's really nice, actually. Super nice. His Berserker one's really nice as well. I'm not sold on that, but the way I am most of the time with beard oils is a lot of time I won't like it at the start, and then I get into it and I start really liking it after a while. I think the main one for that was Tyre by Odin's. At first I was so strong, and then it took me a couple of days to kind of get used to it. And I'm like, no, I really like it. So yeah, bit of a growing one on that. And also, you won our competition.
Yeah,
Balbo.
It's the Candy Hearts. Walk around all day smelling like sweets. It's really nice. And the balm is more of a woody smell, but it's so strong.
Yeah.
It's really strong, but I like it like that. But that was the first I've kind of properly used a balm, apart from the Beard Tings one you sent me. But it's good stuff.
It's quite fire, isn't it? It's like cinnamon, orange, and lang lang.
Yeah.
Lang lang. I don't know how you say it. Chinese thing. But no, it's nice. But I think it's funny when I hear someone with Scottish accent saying balm, because there's a different meaning for a balm up here. You say, we balm, which means you're a little shit. So when I talk about balms up here, people are like, who's a fucking balm? What do you mean? So,
I mean, talking about sweets, you someone I see on the YouTube, I'd say that on the Instagram, someone's just releasing a Parma Violets oil, sort of coming up. I believe it's Harley's potion. It might be them, or it might be someone else. But yeah, it's Parma Violet. It's Parma Violet oil. So I believe it's Harley's Potions who are doing it. So basically, you know the sweets in the little packets with all the sort of little segments in. You had all the purple ones, and then you had the different coloured ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe it's Harley's. They're releasing a Parma Violets one, which would be really interesting actually, because it's well, it's another unique sort of scent. You know what I mean? We get a lot of the earthy stuff, and we get a lot of the sweet stuff coming through. But for me, it's just different. It's another completely different one at the back. To the Parma Violets is sort of really interesting.
Yeah,
one to sort of come through, but we'll have to wait and see whether we get our hands on that, and push from there. So yeah, Will,
nice.
You're obviously, as I said, you're new into beard game. What is your ultimate beard goal? Are you going just as you are? Are you trying to get to Andy's legendary status with his beard, or are you going to surpass him and go Gandalf fucking the Grey?
Probably,
or even the one from was it Kill Bill, where where you had the monk where you literally like throw it over his shoulder.
Yeah, Wang Chung. Wang Chung. That's his name.
Yeah, probably closer to Andy. I don't want to go too far. I think it would just get in the way when you go too far. You'd be like, no, I don't know, just get in things. I work in a slaughterhouse, so there would be blood all through it.
Oh, lovely. Dipping it into the blood.
Yeah.
You could bring out your own beard oil, right? Like a vampire beard oil.
Yeah.
Covered in fucking
just call it Deep Cruise.
You'll have competition, because you've got Infernal Beard Co. You probably wouldn't have heard that. Have you heard them? Yeah, Infernal Beard Co. Their stuff look mental. Andy,
I was talking to him on Friday about them. Actually, I just started following them. They look really cool. It's really heavy metal, like super heavy metal stuff.
Yeah,
I like it. It looks cool.
That looks like something which you would love, Andy, considering you're. I mean, you're not even heavy metal, really. I swear you're like death metal, when you're
death metal, black metal. The heavy shit.
When I came in, he was listening to West. I don't know what he's talking
about. Sitting there singing a bit of Take That.
Dan, what's your goal? What's your big goal? What are you going for? Are you going to keep it about the same length? Are you going to do anything else?
No, do you know what? I'm gonna go a bit longer than this, and sort of progress from there. The things I've got a wedding coming up, so I need to keep it at a decent length for that. But then I don't know. It just, for me, the beard has always represented sort of who I am, and sort of having that. So a lot of people have always said, look, for your wedding photos, shave it off, grow it again, because a beard is sort of a bit of a fad, which for me it never has been. I've had it for such a long time now. on and off. It's just always been a part of me, so it's not really a fad for me. But I'm going to go probably a little bit longer, and then just go from there. It's keeping the sides down. You know what I mean? As I said, it's something which, I mean, I done a post yesterday, and sort of on my page, sort of about beard maintenance and sort of my tips and tricks. And I was sort of using Barnet Fair Essentials and sort of their stuff, because I've got some new beard soap from them, which I'm sort of trialing. But it's the beard, it's managing your beard for me in its natural state. So a lot of people, when they do their trimming, they do it after they've straightened their beard, or they do it when they've got oil in it, or when they've got balm in it. When it's all nice and tidy, then they trim it, which for me is completely wrong. If you can get your beard looking good in its natural state, then it's only going to look better when you apply the product and you apply the balm and you apply everything. So for me, when you're trimming, get out the shower, give it a dry with a towel, brush it, comb it through, and then trim it up. Because you're not going to be applying balm every single day or wax every single day, which is going to sort of keep everything in place. So why are you going to trim your beard only when it's in its best position? I mean, you imagine when you get your hair cut, they don't put all the wax and stuff in your hair and then cut it. They cut your hair in its natural state, then they apply the wax. So what's the difference between your hair and your beard? For me, there's no difference.
It's funny, I do it the opposite way. I think because I do wear oil and wax or oil and balm every day because I'm an absolute tart. So, and I straighten it every day because I'm an absolute tart. So I think for me, it's okay. I'll straighten my beard and then trim it while it's straightened as well, because then I can kind of see what it's going to look like.
So you straighten every day?
Every day.
To be fair, I've seen your beard and it's a fucking mess when it's not straightened.
It's insane. It's just all over the place. When I wake up in the morning, it's not just my beard, it's my hair as well. So when I wake up in the morning, like my whole head is just one big afro on all sides. Just a big circle of fluff. So I need to. I have to.
Like I said, I've seen a couple of pictures, and mate, watching that video which you've done, sort of on your beard things YouTube, seeing your hair and seeing your beard, I was just in absolute. And there's actually a couple of photos on Balbo, and you just matted where you've sort of got out of the shower and you've been using their soap, and it's just like, mate, it's just absolutely mental. But see, I don't. For me, I mean, I suppose for you it's a little bit different because you have to, because of the way your beard is. But for me, I do not straighten every day, simply because it is. If you're doing it too hot, it obviously singes the beard, and it's going to ultimately potentially cause damage. For me, I don't need to straighten every day because I've got a decent natural beard. It's a little bit wavy, but it's not too bad. That's it. That picture is you. Do you know what you remind me of? From Pirates of the Caribbean, the squid. What's it?
Here we go. Is this going to work? To the
state
of this. There we go. Wait for it. Can't go full speed on this side. Awful. The state of it. Look at that afro. Insane. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I use a beard straightener.
Basically.
Pretty much. I'm a catfish.
No, it's not. It's Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's the squid one with all your fucking tentacles and shit like that.
I don't know that actually. Yeah.
What do you use a spray or like a heat protection spray or something like that when you?
No.
When you
I definitely to get one. So when you look at actual, like, see, like when girls use hair straighteners, they use a protection spray, and it has loads of like serums, like organs in it that are made specifically for that. And then a lot of the guys' ones, like the beer struggle one, it's just basically rosehip water with scents. It's nothing that's actually going to protect your beard. So I've got one, but it's not going to do anything. All it's going to do is damage your straightener. It's going to make your straightener wet. So I'm actually going to order a decent protective one, like girls use for their hair, because they're a bit ahead of the trend on us on all this cosmetic stuff. So I'm going to listen to them. But no, I don't use anything at the moment. But what I do make sure is I use my beard oil after I use my straightener. Otherwise, you're going to cook your beard. It's like, when you cook, you stick oil in the pan, you heat the pan up with the oil, you put your meat in there. It's the same thing with your beard. You don't want to cook your beard, it's going to ruin it. So you're better off doing it bone dry after the shower than with anything in it, unless you've got a proper good, Davy Jones, yeah, cheers. Unless you've got a proper good actual serum on there. But yeah, I don't use anything, mate.
Yeah. Same with regards to the beard straighteners. Anyway, whilst we're on the topic, you're actually selling some bits and pieces now, and I know we'll touch on that now.
Is it there? Yeah, so I'm selling. I've had this beard straightener sorry, excuse my hair, that's all in it. I've had this for over 6 months now. Really, really good beard straightener. I've used it every day for 6 months, and it works perfectly, like absolutely perfectly. And then if you see the difference with my beard when it's straight compared to when it's not, it's like a must-have. And imagine if you've got a beard that's actually fairly straight anyway. If you have a beard straightener, it's going to look incredible, like really, really good. So I'm starting to sell them. Early bird offer for the first 25 units. You get straightener, a one-to-one video call with me. That's not just a video up that you can watch. It's actually me and you speaking and showing you how to use it. Because a lot of people I know have bought them already and they haven't been using them properly, which is why they haven't had the correct results. It's like a bit of a process you need to go through. And also some safety tips, and also any other questions you want to ask on the call as well, and go through them. And also, you're going to get a sample of the Vanilla Killer oil, which is made by myself, which is lovely. It's vanilla, oud, and Tuscan leather. Really good carrier oil base as well. And hopefully one day that will be released, but still in the early phases. But yeah, for now, guys, if you want to order a beard straightener, there we go. That's the one. How does it smell?
Fucking amazing.
It's bloody good, isn't it?
So I've got so obviously I've got both samples which you sent. So we started off originally. It was slightly different, wasn't it? Because this is we got a Vanilla Killer 1 and Vanilla Killer 2.0. So one we started off it had what
tobacco.
Tobacco. That was it.
Tobacco. It does still have a little bit. I've still got a little bit of tobacco in there, but a tiny amount. Like, it was too overpowering before.
Yeah. And then so that got sent round to sort of me, Sean, and sort of a few other select few. So really liked it, tweaked it slightly, and then we're on sort of Vanilla Killer 2.0. Which for me is it's just amazing. The balms are really nice as well. I mean, obviously you've been producing the balms as well. And it's just overall it's just a really nice scent. And I suppose for you it must be nice to have a little muck around and be able to create stuff like this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good fun, and it's quite nice to have your own stuff on. Because when you play around with it, I mean, I'll make 100 cents and I'll find one that I like, that I really, really like. And when you find that, you play around with it until you really, really like it. And that's what I mean. I made so many differences before I found that one. And now that I've got it, I've just kind of refined it down. There's probably a few more little tweaks I can do to it as well. And it's just kind of fun wearing your own brands. It's quite nice. But yeah, so with the straighteners, you get a free 10ml sample of that as well in your post. And yeah, it's really, really good stuff. I've got a bunch of units on the way. First 25, £30 each. After that, we've got 35. So get on the early bird orders. You want to order it. I haven't got a website if you're set up yet, so just DM me and we'll take it from there.
Lovely. I'll tell you what. So with a week, actually, I'll tell you what, Andy, do you want to, because you got the videos coming out as well. Are you doing a video for the beard straightener in general anyway, or are you not going to do that?
So when I release it, what I'll do is when you buy it, often you'll get like a PDF thing with a video on there, because not everyone's going to want to do a video call. Some people might just want to watch a video, an instructional video. So I'm going to do a regular instructional video for it, but I'm also going to do like a one-to-one call for everyone on there. But my next, so episode 2 of Beard Things is going to be about morning routine. I mentioned morning routine slightly in my last video, my first episode. I want to go into a bit more in depth, a bit more of a tutorial video for the mornings of like so from shower to going out, of everything you do for your beard, in order, in the right sequence. Also, I wanted to do a bit on.
There's not going to be a video of you in the shower, is there?
No, don't worry about that. That's, if you guys want to go on that, that's on my OnlyFans account, which is only joking. Definitely not.
He's got Amazon wish list.
Vanilla Killer is on my wish list, mate. But yeah, so it's going to be like a full morning routine of what to do, of what I do anyway, what my suggestions are. And obviously everyone's going to be a little bit different, but I think it's just good. I'm making sure the start of the series is more for like kind of beginners. People are just starting out growing beards. So the first one was what to expect when you grow a beard, how to tackle like the horrible issues like getting a beard itch. The next one is going to be on morning routine and a little bit of like a shape up as well in the mornings. So just using my cutthroat razor, how to use one as well. I'm going to introduce that into there as well. Because I would definitely suggest that everyone who's growing a beard to use cutthroat razor. I think it's a Mach 3 shit. You can't get all the details, the lines. A Mach 3 is good if you're shaving your whole face because you don't need any precision in there. But when you're using a cutthroat, you need to be able to see the exact lines you're doing. Because when you've got a beard, it's super important. You don't want to shave away too much of it, and then
it's a hard technique. The cutthroat is such a hard technique.
It is. I think it is when you step it's like riding a bike. You know, when you get your balance, you're fucking fine. You just run off. It's sort of like that. I found the first few times using it was really hard, but once you get the feel of it, and that's what it is. It's the feel of how the razor's meant to be angled on your face, and how you can see it, how you can use it while looking in the mirror. Because a lot of times you'll block it, like say like this, so you can't see my eyes right now. So like I can't see it. So you've got to do it in a certain way, in a certain direction, so you can see it. And also parts of your face as well, like when you do my cheeks. I've got big cheekbones, so my kind of cheeks go in a little bit. So I've got to like pump a load of air into my cheek, so it makes my skin tighter. So when you do it, it's just kind of glides over and cuts off the hair. Those are little tips like that I want to go through and show you. But yeah, cutthroat razors, I think it's a must-have bit of kit for anyone with a beard. Super important.
That's going to be coming up in the video. I tell you what, last week who did we have on last week? We had the reviews for Rune Silk, and Sean done Big Fat Beard, didn't he? So we had John on last week. We managed to get our hands on his soap, his oils, because Sean is now an ambassador for him, the cheeky fucker. And he's also managed to get his hands on the Big Fat brush, wasn't it? Which Sean's posted reviews up on the Instagram. Sean loves John, and he loves Big Fat Beard, doesn't he? Let's be honest. Like
he's a big.
Out of all the products, and we all get excited about someone. I've never seen Sean so happy when he sort of announced in the group chat that he was going to be an ambassador for Big Fat Beard. He was like, yep, I'm an ambassador.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, he raved about the products. He loves the products. The black soap, something which, to be fair, he mentions a lot in the group chat how good it is. And then he's jumped on to, like I said, he's got the oils now, and quite a few people got the oils at the moment as well, haven't they? So I think Rusty has just put a review out. Bearded Dane is getting his stuff soon.
And overall, lucky git.
Yeah.
So I think he ordered some, and then he spoke to John and made sure that what he's getting as a giveaway is different to the ones that he already ordered. So he's going to have like a big range to go through.
Yeah. So, but overall, from what we can see at the moment, it's really positive. And John's got some really, really good stuff. The oils are really positive. Everyone loves that big fat brush. And to be honest, I'm extremely lucky because I'm going to get my hands on his mystery box, which is coming out. Hopefully, it should be with me over the next sort of couple of days. Special treatment. He's managed to sort of send it through a little bit quicker than normal, just because we've been rubbing up Sean the right way. And was that called? I've got a little bit of special treatment from John. But we've got the mystery box coming through, which is going to be interesting because once again, I don't think anyone's managed to get their hands on that yet, as far as I'm aware.
But I still haven't even used Big Fat Beard. I still haven't even used any of the stuff or smelt it or anything. I need to give it a go soon. Yeah.
So John, if you're listening, Andy hasn't got any products, so you need to.
You know what? I've already spoke to John. It's actually him asking me for some oil. He wants some Vanilla Killer. He was asking me last night. I think he was a bit pissed watching the UFC, as I was. And we're talking about exchanging some oils. That sounds awful. Jesus.
To be fair, Andy, you was the wine was flowing last night, and you was very verbal in the group chat last night. You was Yeah, I mean, I was laying there with my missus, and all she just hears you, and she's just like, "Has he been drinking?" And then all of a sudden, the video which you sent through to us of you doing a few bits and pieces, and the wine, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I need another glass of wine," and he just holds up this big empty glass of wine, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think maybe he's had a bottle or two."
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit slow today. I had a few bottles of wine last night and watched the UFC. It was on until 7 a.m. So not fully with it. But the UFC, I wasn't impressed with his performance. GFB. I wasn't really impressed with much of it. I thought the Thug Rose fight was good, but Masvidal and Usman went down exactly as I thought. I thought Usman was going to wrestle fucking 5 rounds and squeeze out a decision, which is kind of what happened.
Do you really think everything should be going ahead? Do you think everything should be going ahead with regard to the UFC, or do you think they have an obligation to stop it?
No. I think what they're doing. I mean, so if you go on to YouTube, there's an episode called Fight Island. It's like on the actual UFC's channel. I watched Fight Island episode 1, and what they're gonna continue doing the UFC now. It's all gonna be on Fight Island, and they show you like how strict they are on all their testing, their lockdown. They fly you in, you have to isolate for ages. Even that, it's insane. Like Dana White's actually buying a house in Abu Dhabi now, just so he can stay there and do this whole UFC thing. Because it's the only place in the world you can really do it, because you're isolated on an island. But I think it's a really good idea. I think it's great as well for like sports in general. The Premier League's going now as well, isn't it? Here, so
everything's back. He's sort of getting there back up and running. But I think if anything needs to happen, they need to sort out their judges in the UFC. There's been quite a few recently. Bad judging decisions.
The Holloway Volkanov fight wasn't amazing, or the judgment wasn't amazing. I thought Holloway won that, to be honest.
But there's been quite a few recently, and Dana White's openly admitted that the judging has been not up to par.
No.
But
that's the thing now. They've got. I mean, because they're doing it on Fight Island, they can choose their commission. It's not like, say, you're doing it in Nevada and you have to use Nevada State Athletics and Commission judges. They can actually choose who they want to be the judges now, because it's their own. It's in Abu Dhabi. They can do what the fuck they want. So if they can ever sort it out properly, now's the time, I think, and they should do it, because there's been some dodgy ones. But so I was up super late doing that. Bit hanging today.
We were meant to go fishing today, and he bashed me.
Didn't do it. I think you were out getting pissed last night as well, though. So. Beer gardens are now open up here, so good stuff.
Everyone's a little bit sore on a weekend now, aren't they?
Yeah. I think you can feel it with everyone. Everyone's been out on the beer gardens this weekend, I think. unless you're sad like me and you stay at home by yourself and watch UFC.
Well, to be fair,
so
your garden is just a wine garden.
True. To be fair, yeah. So, should we do the Rune Silk giveaway? Announce it.
Yeah. Yes.
We're
So,
as well, anyway.
yeah. Well, you got the review which you done last week for them.
Yeah.
How was that anyway? I know you really liked their scent, didn't you?
Really well then. So they've got a series called Elements. There's 4 different ones. Each one's, you got air, water, fire, earth. I feel like Captain Planet saying this. I like to go hot, little Indian guy. But yeah, so each one kind of smells like that element, and they've gone into a bit of detail on how each scent kind of brings out like kind of different mental stimulants and your mental health well-being. It's quite cool, nice stuff. Really smells well. It's what was in this one? This peppermint.
Spearmint, I think it was.
So it's spearmint. I can't even remember now.
It's sort of more of an aromatherapy type thing, wasn't it? It was the morning. I think the comment which you really liked was the morning wake up, wasn't it?
Yeah,
one of them.
It does. It's like a wake up. Yeah, it's like the Vicks inhaler. It's like that, but way nicer. But it kind of wakes you up in a way. It makes you feel like your sinuses are clear. It's obviously called air. It should do. But yeah, really cool stuff. And we did a giveaway for their stuff. It's 50 mils, I believe. Big 50 ml one, a nice little pot. And everyone who entered the giveaway, thank you very much for entering. But Mr. John Hornsey Bear has won some Rune Silk. So we'll announce on the. I don't know if he's watching at the moment, but we'll announce it on the Instagram page. Congratulations!
Well done. And yes, so but coming up next week, I have got my hands on Grovehurst. No, not Grovehurst. Sorry, Grove Beard Supplies. Their sort of stuff. So I've had my hands on their oils, their balms, and we're actually doing a giveaway with them as well. So they've sent through an absolute wicked box, actually, if I'm totally honest.
Nice.
Wait.
Cool. What's getting it?
So in it you will get the Dawn Rising oil, the same with the Dawn Rising balm as well. You will get lovely sticker, because everyone loves a fucking sticker.
Absolutely.
To be honest, I do. I love a sticker. And you'll get their beer comb as well. So it's in a lovely box. So that will be worked on for next week. That's going to be a giveaway for next week. And like I said, to be honest, I know it sounds silly, but I love a sticker. So I've got a little book.
I've got mine on my mirror. I've got my Sugar Beards, Beer Struggle, and also my Balbo one on there.
Yeah. So I love stickers. So any beer companies watching and you're going to send us stuff, send us stickers or send me stickers.
Yeah.
I love a sticker.
Love a sticker.
I don't know why. But then we've also got the Man-Made coming up as well, which Sean will be reviewing, which once again, we're doing the giveaway for that live today. So you've got to be commenting on the live feed, see who's there, and we'll sort of go from there. But no, to be honest, like I said, with regards to the Grovehurst, I was speaking to them the other day, and I like their product. It's sort of nice, but they've got a nice oil. They've got an okay oil and an okay balm. But when you put them together, it fucking excels. It's one of them ones where they're okay by themselves, but as soon as you start whacking them in together, I mean, I've been lucky. I've had this for a couple of weeks now, because we've had quite a few bits to review. So I've been sort of bunging it in, had a little play around with it, had a little bit play around of sort of just rubbing it in your hands and then just applying it, and then obviously doing it properly using the pipette and stuff like that. Because with this, the pipette is sort of optional. You don't don't have to have a pipette. It can be free pouring if you want, because they're very conscious of their sort of footprint, if you know what I mean. So they don't want to use excess packaging. They don't want to use with the bottles. They don't want to give you a pipette, sort of, unless you want it. And I believe that's sort of like 50p extra to have a pipette. So it is completely optional. And so I thought to myself, well, for someone, if you're going to give that, yes, stickers from Cozy. Thank you very much.
Good stuff.
But yeah, so for a product which you can buy with a pipette or without, so I thought to myself, well, you've got to review it the same way. You've got to be able to review it with a pipette, and if you haven't got one. But, so it was sort of quite temperamental, sort of trying to apply it just in your hand and then rub it in. It was okay, and then sort of you use a pipette and it was a lot better. I mean, we've spoken about this so many times before in the past. The pipette is
just everyone can have a pipette.
It should be standard, but once again, speaking to them, it was a case of, well, if you want a pipette, then obviously it's more plastic, it's more material, which leaves a bigger footprint, and which is something which is themselves, and a lot of companies are being really conscientious of the products they're putting out there. We were speaking to Sean was saying earlier today. I cannot remember who, unfortunately. I'm completely losing my mind today. But another company who's going to be doing so like you got your product, you got your bottle, and basically you send the bottle back to them and they refill it, and then they send that back to you. So
like
that's
Milkman.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, like old school Milkman. So yeah, so which once again is, for me, it's a really weird idea. But if all you're doing is buying one bottle or container and you're sending it back and getting a refill, the price on that must drastically drop. So long term, if you're doing that, surely that's going to be a lot more cost effective.
Yeah. Do you have to pay for the postal and packaging to send it back, or do they cover that?
Well, that's something which they're sorting out at the minute. Sean was saying, which is, once again, it's a trial and error process. So I really like the idea. It's sort of something which never heard of before, never seen before. Drummer's Call, I think it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's something which never seen before. So which would be really interesting if that goes ahead, to be able to sort of once again get our hands on that and sort of see how the return, how it's posted and packaged and sort of bits and pieces come through. So yeah, it's sort of interesting. But regards to Growthurst, like I said, they are very conscientious of what they do. They like to sort of be eco, be friendly, and the stuff they do is just it's a really nice product. And like I said, the balm's nice, it's okay, but when you're putting them together, we had this discussion the other day and sort of the other week. We've sort of spoke about bits and pieces like this. Should you be using oil and balm together, or should you just be doing one or the other? It's a really open discussion, if I'm totally honest, because not everyone's going to be able to take an oil and a balm in the beard at the same time. Sometimes it can just be too heavy, especially for newer beards, where you haven't got that thickness yet. You're not going to be able to take both, and sometimes you're best off just going for a balm.
Just an oil, I'd say.
Yeah, or
you don't like to get some oil. You make it go in a certain direction or a certain style. It's like hair gel.
Yeah.
You don't use hair gel when you've got like you shake your head. You have more grade one. So yeah, oil for the skin. That's what you need, I'd say.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's sort of that's a good way to sort of step forward. But we've also got I said man-made. So Sean's doing man-made next week coming up, and Yeah,
I've got
he's-
Odin's as well. Odin's sending me out his full range to review, which is really cool. That's
Because
like 12 oils, is it 11? Sorry, 11 oils, 11 balms, 3 butters. So that's going to be really cool.
wow.
Hamdell, really nice.
Yeah, that's what I think about. What's in that again?
I think there's coffee in it.
Yeah, I mean, some of their stuff smells or sounds really awesome. But I've got the 2 strongest scents, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing the other ones that aren't quite as strong. So yeah, that's going to be coming up. I'm probably going to dedicate like a full week to that, aren't we? Because he's sending us so much stuff over.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Odin's you could probably do for about 3-4 weeks just by himself anyway.
Yeah, I know. Too much stuff.
But yeah. I mean, you've got his hands on the I can't pronounce it. Searcher? Is that it?
Certa, yeah. I did a little review. I did a little kind of bit review sort of / content for him on them because I mean he's looking for some cool videos on his website, people describing the scents and stuff like that.
So why is he using you?
Sorry?
I said, why is he using you if he wants cool content?
Because he wants expert content with bitty wanter. So, you know, got to choose me. But yeah, it's really good. It's strong as fuck, but it's really good. I did a little video, and I had to include a bit from Thor Ragnarok because it's actually Surta's the big dude from that. So I banged him in there as well. But I've put my full review up on my Instagram page. Sorry, YouTube channel, Beard Things, and also a shortened down version. He's going to be banging onto his website as well. So that'd be quite cool. But I'm going to do the same thing for every single one of products. I'm going to do a little bit of content, like a scent profile, talk about how it smells, how it feels in your beard, benefits for it, how to use it, all that stuff. So it's quite exciting. I love a bit of that. So I'm basically going to be brand ambassador for Odin's. I've got a discount code TINGS10 if you want to get 10% off. Use that at odinsbeardcare.co.uk. And so I'm kind of concentrating with Odin's a lot. Sean's got Big Fat Beard as an ambassador, and you're doing.
I'm doing bits and pieces for Barnet Fair Essentials. However, no one wants me as a brand ambassador. No one's come forward yet. So fuck you lot for leaving me on my own. You ungrateful pieces of shit.
I mean,
here we are. We're supposed to be doing it all together, and these two all of a sudden just go, "Yep, I'm gone. See you later." But no, so I'm doing quite a few business for Barnet Fair, unofficial brand ambassador. So they need to step up their game and sort of get me on officially. If they don't, I'm going elsewhere. But no, so to be honest, I've got my hands on their new alternative soap. Whatever it's called. So it comes in the like little tin, which I mean I've used soaps before. I've used OP's soap. Obviously Sean's used the Big Fat Beard soap, and the common problem with the soaps is when you get in the shower, use them, great, no problem. You put them on your rack on the side, or you put them somewhere off to the side, and because they're still wet, they start to melt into the rack, and then you start to lose quite a bit of product over time. So you're just losing a good product. So they've come up with this idea, and they've put it in a little tin, which you sort of either leave it. Actually, if you've only got a shower cubicle, you just sort of put it on the floor, or you put it in the rack, depending on what you've got, or you can even sort of put it on the side of your bath. But it's not going to start melting away and start leaving that sort of soapy scum mark or sort of whatever on the side. So it's great, and it just sort of fits in there. Use product, give yourself a thing. It's a really, really good product. I really like it. It's got it's like a popcorn type scent to it. Yeah, I mean it's quite weird. So it's got this popcorn type scent. So you rub it in, and it lathers up really, really well. I mean, I done a post I said yesterday, and it was sort of getting your beard from sort of like out here, one of them sort of basically looking like you in the morning, Andy, to the beard all over the place, and progressing it to sort of a half decent state. And basically, I use a soap, and as soon as you rub it in, it lathers up really, really well. I'm massively impressed, because I do find with soaps, it takes a little while to lather up. Like this, I went 1, 2, put the soap down, started rubbing, and all of a sudden it went, and it was like Father Christmas. It was white. It was really, really good. What I found with this, though, like any soap, if you leave it in for too long, it's potentially going to give you that sort of dryness. So I did use it again today, which I don't wash my beard every day. I obviously admit to that, but because I'm trialing it, I thought to myself, no, do you know what? I'm going to try again. I'm not going to leave it in too long. I literally put it in, give it a good old scrub, washed it out, no problems whatsoever. I think it's finding the difference between you got your shampoo and your conditioner, so the beard shampoo, beard conditioner, which you can leave in and it's fine, especially the conditioner you leave in and it's fine. But with the soaps, no matter what one you use, don't leave them in. They're not something which you leave in and sort of let it soak through. Get it in, give it a scrub, wash it out. And like I said, for this, it's really nice. It's just like a weird popcorn type scent. And to be honest, I'd done an unboxing video with my son yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was for Barnet Fair Essentials. So first time I got products from them was their Luster Balm, and they sent me through a condom with their logo on it. And to be honest, it was supposed to be my wedding weekend. I think I got it on the Friday, and I was supposed to get married on the Saturday, but obviously because of COVID, it went out the window. So it was just it was something which seemed to time really, really well. It was a nice joke. It was like a nice gesture. And just once again, a little bit different than what everyone else is doing when you get these sort of giveaways and freebies and bits and pieces. So it was absolutely lovely. So I've jumped on to sort of doing the unboxing videos with my kids, because my kids watch YouTube videos and they prefer to watch people unboxing stuff than playing with their own toys. So as soon as I say to my kids, right, let's do an unboxing video, they're sort of, so this is it. And so you'll see. So Taylor carefully
sneaky coming in when
sneaky dad coming in. So he opens it up, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, don't worry, not problems. I'll let him go. And then in his hand,
brilliant.
Yeah, use that later that night. So I actually messaged them beforehand, and I said to them, "Oh, no cheeky surprises." Sort of really didn't say anything much about it. I was just like, "Oh, no cheeky surprises," and they was like, "No, nothing. Nothing's coming through." So I got 2 packages from them, and one of them they sent out before I actually said anything to them, which contained the condom. So by that point, it was already too late, and I didn't know. They sort of completely forgot about it because they were sending me another package at the same time. And yeah, Taylor whipped it out, and as soon as I realised, I just like shit. And unfortunately, kind of he's at that age, so he's 11, and he's starting to understand things, and he's starting to ask questions, and I'm not ready to have that conversation yet. I'll leave it up to his school teachers to finish that. So yeah, so I posted that video up on my YouTube. My YouTube is obviously just Doc's Bearded Life, and for me, it's sort of just getting out there, doing a few bits and pieces with the kids, making the kids happy, producing my own content as well. Because to be honest, I mean, obviously with our YouTube, which we're doing at the moment, sort of Andy, you've got your bits and pieces sort of going on. Yeah. I've got my bits and pieces. Sean's going to start producing content for his YouTube, which he's starting to produce. And basically, we're just going to compile everything onto the Bearded Bear Reviews YouTube, aren't we? So literally, that's going to be the Google epicenter for all our content. Basically, if you want to see absolutely anything from all three of us, go on to the Bearded Bear reviews. If you just want to see Andy because you don't like Sean, then go on to just Andy. Or if you want to stay away from Andy and he's big Neanderthal head, then you can just jump onto my one. See, Andy, that's the BBR hat you are wearing, isn't it?
No, mate, because the BBR hat's too small for me, man. Can't fit it on this head. It's too short. I get like a big red ring around my head every time I wear it. I'm actually spotting my mate's own a nightclub in London called London Rain Show Club, and they gave me this when they opened it about 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm representing my mate's nightclub at the moment.
you love to plug people, didn't you? Every time we come on here, you're finding someone else to plug. How much commission do you get for each plug?
You know what? I should be getting some good commission by getting that. I'd like it if I did. I need some money at the moment.
But mate, at the moment, I think the only commission which we're going to get is Cozy Beard's going to send us some stickers, and that's about it.
And also, I think Sean owes me some commission from the beer struggle as well, because my discount code wasn't working, and I had people order like hundreds of pounds worth of shit. I had to use his discount code. So Sean, I'm after you, mate. I'm sending more Croft debt collectors after you.
I think it was someone ordered about 250 quid's worth of stuff, didn't they?
Yeah. My discount code wasn't working. That's given Sean's one. Yes. He hasn't told me about it. He hasn't sent me the money. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna come to his house with a crowbar, kneecap him. So, do you want to do the giveaway now for?
Yes. So we've had obviously a couple of comments. So I've got. So Will, just give me a number 1, 2, or 3. So we've only got the 3 comments on there, and I will call one out.
Number 1, 2, 3.
2.
Number 2. So that's Colin Happel.
Colin Happel.
Hey,
well done, Colin.
Colin Happel. So Colin has won the man-made balm, which will be going out. So Sean will be posting that out. So we'll get in contact. So Colin, if you're still watching, get in contact with us. If not, because do you guys know Colin?
I know Colin. Yeah.
Oh, there we
go. So there we go. Yeah. So Colin needs to drop us a message, and then we can go from there. We can send in the stuff, bits and pieces out. Or Will, you can drop him a message, tell him to get hold of us. And we will send the bits and pieces out. So Cozy Beard, also Cozy's going to send us a patch as well. What's he talking about? Patch? Is he part of the Bearded Villains, or is he one of the? Has he got a couple
I think
groups?
it's just like a summer patch you get for like stuff. I could do one. Maybe I can cut my Bearded Bear Reviews hat, and stick the patch in the middle, like widen it so I can actually fit on my head. Maybe that will work.
Cozy, just remember I plugged you, so don't leave me out, man. Come on.
That's no
cool.
good. But to be fair, Cozy's got we've been talking to Cozy for a little while, and he has got some oils which he's sort of playing around with, which he's sorting out. So to be honest, well, if you are looking, just drop Cozy a message, because to be honest, the stuff which I've seen he's got look really, really good. I think he's just finalising a few bits and pieces anyway. So yeah, so drop Cozy a message and we can go from there. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So we've sort of gone through everything. We've got our next week. Like I said, we're doing the Growburst, the man-made. There we go. There's Cozy. Have you got the? Have a look for the beard comb which he had a little while ago.
This one. That's quite cool.
Mate, that's what I'm saying. That looks fucking awesome.
Look at that. That is some cool stuff.
That looks absolutely stunning.
Mate, it looks like a weapon.
It does, doesn't it?
Damage with that thing. I'm scared to use it. That's cool though. That's seriously. It's like I like the one. It's like a butcher's knife. It's got to be bit for your finger to go through as well. Like it's, you can have some meat or something. That is cool. Love it.
There we go. Right. So that's pretty much us for the day, then, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Been a bit of a quicker one today. And also, I'm a bit hungover from watching UFC. So
You need to sleep.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything else to plug apart from just get on to Beard Bear Reviews YouTube, subscribe. Also, Beard Tings YouTube. I'm dropping the next episode of Beard Tings next week. And also, beard straighteners, give me a shout. DM me on Instagram is the best way. £30 straightener. You get a sample of vanilla killer oil and also a 1-to-1 tutorial on how to use a beard straightener with myself. It was truly. And that's it.
Can I quickly plug Hinterland's beard? Is it
Hinterland's?
With that plant 1G. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I was talking to the guy and it's such a cool idea. So just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Well,
So how does that work? You're the plant, one tree planted, isn't it? It's called Hinterland's.
Yeah. So they've got a couple of bits and pieces which they go through. So the One Tree Planted program is basically every time you purchase one of their oils, they're part of this program where someone plants a tree. So obviously, I don't think it's them directly themselves. Obviously, it's just a program. So a tree will get planted, which I mean, we sort of plugged this last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the amount of sort of trees within the sort of Amazon rainforest that have been sort of destroyed per day is sort of astronomical. So it's something which another thing which we're really impressed with, another conscientious company who wants to do good to the environment and to give something back. And it's such a positive theme, which we see at this point in time, everyone is being aware of their carbon footprint, of their footprint, their company footprint. And it's nice to see. But Hinterlands, yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with them for a couple of weeks now. I'm going to be getting my hands on their oils very, very soon.
Yeah.
But we've just been doing little things with them. Sort of been helping out with their website, just little tips, little tricks, sort of trying to help them make things a little bit smoother. Like I said, plug in their bits and pieces with regards to their their tree planting program. They're just once again, it's another lovely company. I mean, as we said about before, the bearded community is fucking awesome. There's lots and lots of good people out there. Don't get me wrong, you're always going to get some bad eggs. That's just part and parcel of it. You're going to get some arseholes who just want to run people, and yeah, also
if you ever think there's no pricks, that's because you're the prick.
No, but you know what I mean, you're always going to get social media. You're going to get trolls. You're going to get arseholes, and it's part and parcel of it. And this is why, for us, you help out everyone where we can. We are experts in certain bits and pieces with the sort of stuff which we're learning about. We was learning about the CPSR a little while ago. So we're still learning a lot as we're going through. But it's nice because for us, what we're doing is we're getting involved with loads and loads of different companies, and we can literally see all the best bits which everyone is doing, which I think is really, really nice. Everyone has their own sort of individual things, which is really, really good. Like John, big fat beard, and he has his like private Facebook page and stuff like that just for his members. And his reaction, the way he talks to people on his page is absolutely phenomenal. And then you've got sort of like the Bald Viking with his base oils, absolutely astounding. I mean, extremely thick, but really, really good. And it's nice to see because we can literally see the best of everyone. And it's such a nice position to be in, to be able to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I love that kind of. You get a bit of background into the mission, like inside info, what's coming up, what's going to be new. It's quite good. It's good, yeah. And it's nice just that everyone you meet in the community is just down as well. It's nice. It's a bunch of guys just kind of helping each other out. And it's not even about beers at the time, it's about life in general, which is cool. So most good forums out there and stuff. Yeah, it's all good. Enjoying it.
Right.
But yeah, I'm pretty much done. Anything else with you, mate?
No.
Done.
I'm good.
No, all good. Just come along, dudes.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
And talk about a few of the products and good stuff there. I'm going to try them out now. Hey.
Make sure and like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Good reviews. YouTube channel.
Definitely, absolutely.
These guys
So,
are amazing.
Andy, just before you sign off, remember how to say the sign off properly. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot now. Yeah, it's been. I mean, this is our 6th episode. Let's see whether you can finally get there. If not, we're going to replace you with someone else who does know how to say it.
Peace out. There you go.
There we go.
Right. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining. Tune in next week, 8 p.m. same time on Sunday.